Welcome to episode 31. Mellow greetings and welcome back. This episode is all about getting or starting to get the infrastructure of the bike ready for it to be wired up. One of the key things I need to work out is where the battery's going to live. That's a physical problem I've got. I have a heroic plan to convert my Airbox to be a battery box. We'll see how that goes. So today we're going to do that. We're also going to put on the rear sets that I've refurbed previously, put the rear brake back on, etc. Get sort of the back of the bike working forward. Get that all ship shape. I won't get to the front of the bike in this one, but that's the plan. Get that infrastructure in, where the light's going to go, where's the headlamp going to go. Well, it's going at the front obviously, but you know, where's the wiring going to go. I need to get the bike sort of like all set up, and also the battery location before I start my wiring routing plan. So let's crack on with all that. Okay, must confess first of all to having already had a play with this, but here we go. Right, I've taken the clips off already. So this is the top piece. That's obviously the air filter, and here's the gubbins inside. This is where I've already had a play. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out of here. Yeah, paint the box. I think I'll take the middle out of that to give me, because that obviously you need that height. You need which way down does it go? Top. You need that height for that to sit on top of. So you need the middle bit. So clean the top thing. Paint the bottom thing and take the paper out of that. That should create my space, shouldn't it? So let's fish that out. Even though I'm going to not use that, I'll keep it together. Right, and now I have to tap out this metal ring, and we'll use these precision instruments. So move the camera a bit so you can see what I'm doing. There you go, that's fell out. And you can see this this rubber tube in here now. See that? So I obviously need to clean this up. It's a bit grimy. And that will form the basis. I'll block those off somehow. Yeah. Right, next I need to cut this out of here, which is probably quite easy to do actually. There you go. I can tidy that up. That's quite a decent box actually. Quite a decent box. So a 52 mil plug, don't know, for that hole. So I can find. Yeah, plenty of depth in that. Not enough depth for one of those though. So I should be putting a smaller battery in. But nah, a plan is forming. A plan is forming. Here is the box back from the powder coaters. Nice job is made too. Oh, I knew these things. So once again, I've had a bit of a play before I've shown it to you. Also, I have some 52 mil plugs, which will easily come out of this bag. So they fit in there like that. I'll push them in. Yeah, you get the drift, don't you? They'll push in nicely. And I'll glue those in. So this is my box. Now then, and I found a battery which I think will fit in here, and I've got two options. The first option is to use this as a nice tall box. You can clean the top a bit, but plenty of height, but that will stand proud of the engine. I'll show you in a minute. Or my other and preferred option is to dispense with that spacer and have a mini version like that. But obviously that limits my space. So my actual heroic goal, believe it or not, is to get both the battery and my M unit in this box. So let's have a look at the battery I've chosen. Okay, I've stepped back a little bit because this battery is huge. This is the OEM battery that was on the bike when I bought it. Standard size, weighs lots of stuff. Anyway, man from Motorworks tells me that this will run my bike. So that's extremely small. Yeah. That's the model, the YLP14 from Alliant. Reliably informed it will run my bike and will fit in here quite beautifully, actually. In fact, only takes up half the space. So I think I can get away with that, and then just the top part of my air filter. Now let me show you that on the bike so you can see why I've gone with this reduced height. One sec. Okay, just take these bolts off. You'll be glad to know I replaced those bolts that I lost. So that goes that way around, doesn't it? And there. Actually, I'll just put the middle bolt in first of all. So, okay, there's the airbox in place. This line here. Okay. So if I butch this a little bit, that is the same height. So if I play around with this front bit here, cut that down, clean it up, I've got the same height as that. So I like that as my engine line. So that my alternative would be that I put the snorkels back on, and they sit across the top you know, like that sort of thing, which I don't think I need to do, actually. I mean, without it, that's rubbish. So let's have a quick mock up, one sec. So roughly like that, isn't it? That's with the snorkels on. Don't feel I need to do that. That's my line. Right. Awesome. And with the bolt in the bottom, my battery still fits in beautifully. You get a drift, don't you? Right, so that's my plan for a battery box. Kind of coming together. Right, now it's surgery time. I'm going to saw off these snorkel pieces and fill in these holes with plugs. Let's get this box made. I'm going to use this fine-toothed hacksaw to take these off. Beautiful. Okay, so now to fill these holes in, I bought a piece of ABS panel. That's going on the inside actually. I'm going to cut a piece to size and blank the inside. Let's see that. Okay, let me show you what I've done. I've cut out these two panels here, which I'm going to glue in, covering that up. You'll notice they overhang slightly. That's so they can sort of sit nicely on the battery box that I've made. There we go. I've also cut these strips here, and what I'm doing with these is similarly, I'm going to glue these in so they overhang a little bit and sit nicely on an aluminium box. Now I do have to throw these back a mil or so, so I've got a little strip which is going to go in there first. That's going to go on top like that. See that? Righty, glue that in. To do my assembly, I'm using this stuff mainly because it's got a resealable cap and it's black. So let's crack on with this with our first piece. Okay, I've done the first one. If you can see that, I've glued those two pieces in. They look all right, don't they? It's a funny old face there, actually. Okay, I'm just going to squeeze some more epoxy down, and then I'm going to do these little. I'm going to do this end as well. That's a bit equal, isn't it? I'm going to run this down here. Okay, I'm going to put my little one on. And then I'm going to, whoops, glue on that lip. Okay. Pegs twisted. Reject. Righty, so to make sure that that is firmly down. Yeah. Seems reasonable. Jolly good. Okay, that took some pushing, but it's on. These are unlikely to fall out, given the difficulty they're going in. They're good then, actually. Okay, I've just trimmed this and added another lip to it. And I've also put a bit of my spare glue in these holes, so when I fill them with some filler, there's a bit of purchase on that surface. Okay. Dog wants feeding. Don't you, dog? Give me 5 mins. Give me 5 mins. Right. Look at this. So what I've done, I've glued a lip around all 4 sides, so that sits on there, like that. Don't you love it when a plan comes together? Right, let's go feed me dog. You hungry? Hey? Come on then, let's sort you out. Okay, then a quick look at how this will look on the bike when it's done. Oops, one-handed. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking it. Needs a coat of paint and a bit of filler, but I'm liking it. Righty. Right, next on the agenda, I'm going to be fitting my new foot peg, which goes there, kind of thing, and then also the rear brake lever, which goes in there. This is just bolt-on stuff, of course. And of course, I then will have to attach the push rod. You do recall this push rod was a bit rubbish, yeah? Remember that? So I actually have bought some stainless steel rod, and I'll make myself a new rod just to cut myself a thread on it, which I'll do in a minute. Let's start with the easy stuff. This literally couldn't be easier. So we'll just pop this on any old way for now. We'll adjust it later. There's a foot peg in. Takes literally seconds. And then the brake lever, it's on a pivot bolt, which may actually be a little bit more tricky. But essentially there's this sits up a hole here and the bolt goes through. Let me try and get to that. Well, I'll leave that there for now. Number 3. There you have it. As simple as that. So there's a little nylock nut on the other side of that. There you have it. Okay, now I'm going to add my foot peg on here, also incorporating the gear shift mechanism, which actually just, there's a pivot bolt goes through there, and that just bolts into there actually, and that's on a 5 I think, that'll be a 6. There you go, do that first, it's a bugger to get on when it's on there. Then this just bolts through as a spring washer on the other side. That bolts through there. Spring washer. Nut. And then this is a bigger one. This is an 8mm. Need 2 hands really. Actually need 2 hands and a spanner. Do it properly. Okay, give that okay, and then this, I need new rubber for the end obviously, but this is my gear change mechanism, and in my bag of things I have cleaned, I have this. I've taken the little things out, little caps out that hold it in place. Wonder where they've gone. Anyway, that sits on there. You need to grease this, of course. But essentially, that goes on there. That goes on there. And that's your clutch mechanism. Clutch! That's your gear change mechanism, which is all good stuff. Okay, these are the little clips that go on here, holding it on. So I'll whip this off, put a bit of grease on them actually. Okay, with my trusty grease gun, I've put some grease in those cups. And now I shall pop them back on here. Like so. And my little springy clip things. And we'll put them in. Can you see that? I'll zoom that in. Oops, I'll zoom it in. And I'll move it to where you can see it. Okay, so that's a little spring clip. It goes in those holes there and then clips on like that. and then same for the other side. Okay, so I'll just show you this. So that's now spinning freely, and now it's in gear, spinning freely again, in gear, spinning freely. Ace, that works. Okay, that's me done for the day. Hope that was good for you. Please like, you know what to do, comment, questions, subscribe in one of the corners or below, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.